switch it off or keep a silent mode. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Respected Professor Kumaraswamy ji, Venugopal ji, Ashwini ji, Sundaram ji, elders assembled here, Matri Shakti, and friends. I am a bit constrained or handicapped in expressing my thoughts in a language which is very much afflicted with limitations, which is neither your language nor my language, that is English. How constrained or limited is the vocabulary and its import of meaning in English, that makes me feel a bit handicapped. For example, you see, there is a word in Hindi, Sanskritam, papam, papa. I am not saying papa. Papa means helpless person. Papa, bechara. I am not in that sense, but papa. Then of papa, what will be the English? Sin, isn't it? Sin, S-I-N. All right. But tell me, which is the English word for punyam? Obligations? No. Blessings? No. Blessings to Ashirvad hua na. Kripa. But punyam. So this is the limitation of English language, because language is very much related. So language is related in the atmosphere, in the geography, in the history, in the societal interaction, evolution of values. All these things influence language, which is expression, isn't it? A facility to interact, express and listen others' views. But that you can do there, because in the civilizational milieu of England, the concept of papa and punya is not there. Only papa is there. Basic sin, cardinal sin. We are all sinners. So we have to be liberated by one prophet, that is Jesus Christ. He alone is the person who has not committed any sin. The whole Srishti is the result of basic sin of Adam and Eve. So lot and lot has been written about sin, but not about punyam. It happens. For example, when we say parivara, we mean something different. Parivara is not synonym of family. When we say samajam, it is not society. When we say dharma, it is not religion. Dharma is the eternal laws because of which the whole cosmos operates, functions. Or for human beings, yataha abhyudaya nishreyasa siddhi sa dharmaha. Dharmo dharete prajaha dharana dharma mityahu. So when we say dharma, we have some meaning in our minds. But when we say religion, it is related to something related to mode of worship. So religion is the mode of establishing relationship between man and the maker. that is religion. But dharma is not religion. So religion can be sampradaya. If I worship Kali, Kaulika Sampradaya, Ganapati, Ganapatya Sampradaya, Tantra, similarly Vaishnava, Shaiva, Madhva, Smarta, this is all religion in a way. Similarly, when we say Samskriti, the English translation that it is culture, it is inadequate. Samskriti is something concerned to interior of the society. Culture is the exhibition of those values in the form of literature, in the form of music, in the form of dance, in the form of architecture, many other aspects. But the fineness of the word Samskriti, you can't translate in English. Similarly, Rashtra. So when we say Rashtra, it has got its genesis in Vedas. Rati. Rati means to give, to contribute, to belong, to sacrifice. All these phrases combined is the word Rati, and those who are able to Rati, they become Rashtriyas. From there it comes Rashtra. It has very little to do with state, Rajya, governance. So Rashtra is a geocultural concept, and that too doesn't define it much. So this much only for limitation of the languages, because they are born and brought up. The languages are born and brought up in a certain milieu. In a certain milieu. This is one thing I wanted to make you understand, that there is a limitation of the meaning and import of the meaning, and as far as proper noun is concerned. So I would have preferred Bharateeya Vikasana Vyavastha. Indian, that is Bharateeya. Because when you say India, the thought pattern logically, not psychologically, logically it ends up some 400 years back, 500 years back. But when we say Bharata, it goes into the depth of the history, millennia, centuries and centuries and centuries. When other societies were not even existing as societies in their own terms, then Bharata was a nation in itself, Rashtra. Therefore, when we say Bharata, we relate ourselves to great depths of the civilizational history. And if in the mundane terms nowadays itself, when we think of India, Bharat, whatever, I would like to say that the part of land on the earth and the population, their inhabitants, they have got their own specialities. They have got their own uniqueness. And the people as a whole, inhabitants of that area, they attain certain mode of thinking, certain value judgments of their own. So they start possessing distinct identities of their own. That we have to understand. So Bharata, because of centuries and centuries, thousands of years and years, it has been able to achieve and attain certain identity, certain sense of purpose of its own. Certain, if they can contribute to others' welfare, then they have got a global role. So Bharata has attained that level which is not surpassable, not even thinkable by many of the societies of world. This we should be proud of. And when we say think of Bharata, then really we can understand the meaning. Durlabham Bharate Janma, Manushyam Tatra Durlabham. It is very rare to get born in Bharat, and that too as human beings it is still rarer. It is because of the divine contributions of our own past karma or the good works and deeds done by our own ancestors that we have been able to get birth in the place of Bharata. And this way, if we try to understand, in geography itself, you must be knowing,